Deep in the heart of the Florida scrub, a young boy named Jody Baxter faces a difficult truth. His pa, while protecting their farm, is bitten by a rattlesnake. The venom courses through his body, threatening his life. Desperate to save his father, Jody's family makes a difficult decision. They use the skin of a doe to draw out the poison, sacrificing the life of the mother deer to save Pa. Jody is relieved that his pa survives. However, he can't shake the image of the doe, her fawn, left alone in the world. The thought of the helpless creature tugged at Jody's heartstrings. He knew he had to do something. The sacrifice of the doe to save his pa ignited a sense of responsibility. He couldn't bear the thought of her fawn perishing in the unforgiving wilderness. Jody couldn't ignore the fawn's plight. He felt a duty to protect the orphaned animal. The fawn represented innocence and vulnerability, a stark contrast to the harsh realities of life and death he had witnessed. The thought of the fawn, alone and afraid, filled him with a sense of urgency. He knew he had to find it. He had to make things right. He shared his feelings with his ma, describing the fawn's helplessness and his fear for its survival. However, Ma was hesitant. Raising a fawn was a big responsibility, one that would require time and resources they could ill afford. She reminded Jody about their farm work and the challenges of raising a wild animal. Jody understood his ma's concerns. He knew it wouldn't be easy to convince her. He needed to find a way to appeal to her compassionate side. Jody wouldn't give up. He knew in his heart that caring for the fawn was the right thing to do. It was a debt he owed to the doe, a way to honor her sacrifice. He was determined to find a way to make it work. He just needed a plan. Jody knew he needed help to persuade his parents. He decided to seek advice from Doc Wilson, a kind and understanding friend of the family. Doc Wilson listened patiently as Jody poured his heart out, expressing his concern for the fawn and his desire to care for it. Doc Wilson, a lover of nature himself, understood Jody's feelings. With Doc Wilson's guidance, Jody approached his pa. He argued that the fawn deserved a chance at life, especially after its mother had given hers to save Pa. He promised to be responsible for the fawn, to care for it and ensure its well-being. Jody's determination and the moral weight of his argument swayed his pa. Ma, seeing the understanding between her husband and son, softened her stance. She saw the depth of Jody's compassion and his commitment to doing the right thing. Reluctantly, she agreed, but not without laying down some ground rules. Jody would be responsible for the fawn's care, including feeding and protecting it. Overjoyed, Jody embraced his parents, his heart filled with gratitude and determination. Section 4. A heart filled with hope. With his parents' blessing, Jody set out to find the fawn. He remembered the spot where he had last seen the doe and carefully made his way through the familiar trails. His heart pounded with anticipation and a touch of fear. Would he find the fawn? Would it still be alive? The search was long and arduous, the Florida sun beating down on him. Just when his hope began to dwindle, he heard it. A soft, plaintive bleat. His heart leaped. He followed the sound, pushing aside branches, his eyes scanning every shadow. And there it was, nestled amongst the palmetto roots, the little fawn, its coat dappled in the sunlight, filtering through the trees. Jody approached cautiously, speaking in soothing tones, his hand outstretched to reassure the frightened creature. The fawn, weak and hungry, looked up at him with large, trusting eyes. Jody gently lifted the fawn and cradled it in his arms, its small body trembling against his chest. He promised the fawn a safe and loving home, a promise sealed with a bond of compassion and responsibility. Section 5. A promise fulfilled. Jody carried the fawn back home, his heart brimming with joy and a sense of accomplishment. He had kept his promise to himself, to the fawn, and to the memory of the doe. He prepared a soft bed for the fawn in the shed, and under Ma's guidance, he learned to feed it milk from a bottle. The fawn, which Jody named Flag, thrived under his care. Jody spent every free moment with Flag, playing in the fields, teaching him to walk on a leash, and sharing his food. Their bond deepened with each passing day, a testament to the power of love, compassion and responsibility. Section 6. A lesson in love and responsibility. Jody's journey with Flag was more than just a boy and his pet. It was a lesson in compassion, responsibility and the interconnectedness of life. His unwavering determination to save the fawn, his commitment to its care and the special bond they forged touched the hearts of everyone around them. Jody's compassion for Flag taught his family valuable lessons about empathy and the importance of protecting the vulnerable. They learned that love and responsibility extend beyond human relationships to encompass all creatures. Jody's story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, one person's act of kindness can make a world of difference. It inspires us to embrace compassion, act responsibly, and cherish the bonds we share with all living creatures.
पटल कर दे।